everyone, and welcome back to Persimmon and Pine Homestead. Today is our Azure haul for February. Today was a little bit out of the ordinary for us. Generally, our Azure hauls arrive sometime during the weekdays. They don't typically arrive on the weekends, but today is Sunday and our order arrived today. The truck had some issues and had to have some tires replaced. So that's why the delay happened. So generally, I want to say to people who are interested in Azure, I, in almost 2 years of ordering from them, have not had to pick up my order on a Sunday. So for some of you who might be watching and you're like, but I have commitments on Sundays, this is a first for us. I do know that I believe some people end up getting their orders on Sundays, but where we live, this is a first. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump into our order for the month. This order is a little smaller than last month. There might be a few of the same things from last month, but this is a smaller order for our family. So first, this month, we ended up buying 2 cases of our favorite butter that Azure carries. We've been buying just random butter from our local stores. I have said recently, whatever, I was ready for some yellow butter because all the butter that we have gotten recently has been white and pale and sad looking. So we were excited to get back our grass-fed butter that we've been getting from Azure. So we got 2 cases of that this month. I get asked a lot too when people see my orders and they see that I get 2 to 4 cases depending on the time of year. What do I do with all that butter? I've been asked that before. And generally speaking, a lot of people are familiar with the fact of, butter must stay in the fridge and everything. But a lot of people are actually shocked by the fact that you can freeze butter. So what we actually end up doing is we freeze our butter, and as we need it, we generally just put it out in a dish on the countertop, or we have 2 microwaves in our new house, and we don't use microwaves, so generally that's where we kind of just keep our butter. It stays above the stove, so the stove heat or the heat from just the light being on kind of warms it, softens it, so it's ready to roll when we need it. But we did get 2 cases of that this month, and these cases are small enough that we can just put them in our freezer and have them on hand when we need them. If it's like, around baking season, we'll get like 4 cases of it, and we will have plenty on hand for all of our baking needs throughout the season that way. But typically we end up buying, 2 to 4 cases per month of that. Another thing that I got this month was our favorite cream cheese that they offer. Our kids have kind of not liked the texture of it to some degree because, Philadelphia cream cheese is what we're all familiar with. And this one here doesn't have all the added stuff that even Philadelphia has. Philadelphia is the cleanest one that I have found, aside from this brand, whatever. The Philadelphia cream cheese has been the cleaner of the brands. This one here, though, it has there's no preservatives in it or anything like that. We put this in the fridge, and this brand is cleaner than most of the brands that we end up, seeing in the stores and everything. It doesn't have the gums and stabilizers and things like that. I got 4 tubs of that this time. We are in the middle of birthday season in our house. I had mentioned prior that as a family of 9, none of us share a birth month. Totally by God's design. And so we are in the middle of birthday season in our home. So we are actually getting ready to have a birthday party this coming week. And then we have 3 birthdays within just a few weeks of each other. So this will be for our frosting. So that's why I ordered so many of them. I also like to use this cream cheese when I make homemade bagels. I found Lisa from Farmhouse on Boone has a really awesome bagel recipe. And so I like to use those on those bagels when I do make them. Again, this month we got heavy whipping cream. We're gonna need this for our current baking needs that we have. I do want to state that on Azure's website, they do have a disclaimer that they pick up these products from the company. I don't remember, it's like maybe every Tuesday or something like that. So they inform you that when you get the product, it may not stay fresh for very long. This one here has a March 4th date on it. And I would say that I've pushed that past its expiration date or the best before date. I pushed it sometimes by about 2 weeks after that and had no problem. This stays in our refrigerator that we have in our basement, and it stays very cold down there. And I have had no issues with keeping that fresh longer. So don't let that hold you back from ordering that. That is our favorite one. It's just cream. We don't get enough cream off of our raw milk that we get every week. So I order cream for all sorts of baking items that we have, or my husband or our oldest child will put that in their coffee or something like that, you know, or even like whipped cream that they want to put on different things like hot chocolate and stuff. And so I also ordered this month, I ordered the chocolate milk that they also offer. I did not have all of the added gums and stabilizers to that either, so I gave that a go. I drank a bit of this. It does taste pretty good, so this might be on a future order too. Let's see, I did order also the plain A2 yogurt that this company also offers here. My reasoning for ordering this month was we had tried to make our own yogurt about a month and a half ago, and it just didn't turn out right. The flavor was kind of off and everything, so I figured we would give it a go again and try this one this time around and see if we get a different result from that one. So with that being said, we also ordered a box of the yogurt starter to give that one a go also. This company here, which is NW Ferments that they offer on Azure, they have been the only one that I have found that we can use raw milk with it. So that is why I picked this one also, to use raw milk with that yogurt starter a go also. I have tried their milk kefir starter that they had before, and it worked well, so I have high hopes for that also with this order. So some of our other things that we have is we got a 1 pound bag of dried mango. My husband and our kids honestly really love mango, so we got this month because for the pound of it, it was a lot cheaper than getting just the little, you know, small packages that are not even a pound actually, they're just a few ounces. And so we got this month for them to, you know, have a quick little snack or something like that as they go along. And because they love mango so much, we ended up ordering another 5 pound box of the frozen mango. We opened it up and it smelled like cantaloupe, so I was so excited that we ended up with that one in our order. Good it tasted. Our family asked for more, so we got another 5 pound box of those. I also had these in our first one that I showed you guys, the Kate's Real Food protein bars. I try to get a decent amount of protein in with still nursing right now. So I got these. I couldn't remember which one was my favorite flavor, so I just got one of each again just to try and hopefully remember which one was my favorite so I can just order a box of these. So that was on our first order also. Also on our first order that you guys have seen on here, we got some of the Desert Essence shampoo and conditioner. I needed a couple more of the shampoo and one of the conditioner, so I got those to keep on hand. With a lot of heads in our house, we go through a lot of shampoo and conditioner. So then I also saw another homesteader. She was using some tapioca pearls to make some tapioca pudding. And I generally like tapioca pudding, but I don't like all the added stuff that's in it. So I got some tapioca pearls this time around to also give a try and see how they taste. It's kind of deceptive. They look like mini marshmallows, but they are not. So hopefully they taste well and work well in what I have for that. I also got some rice flour here. This was recommended by Bree from 6 Hearts on 6 Acres. She uses this on her sourdough to dust the top of it. She says it works well because it keeps the pretty design on there. And our oldest is kind of into some natural beauty product type stuff, and she had read before that rice flour was also great for your skin. I have no clue on that disclaimer there. I don't know if that actually is true or not. So she's gonna give this a go and we will update you on if that works or not. So we have that. And then also, because we do have birthdays coming up left and right around here, I got the blue butterfly pea flour powder. For all of you wondering, this was a little pricey. This one was about $15 and it's only 3.5 ounces, or not even 3.5 ounces for that matter. And I got it so we could put it in our frosting. I don't know how well it works when baked, because a lot of natural products, when you put them in baked items, they don't turn out as vibrant as you want them to be. So generally, I would say this is probably gonna work better in like frosting and stuff like that. It does have on the back of here, it does discuss, you know, like making the lemonade, which I guess when mixed with lemons, it turns into a pink. So it kind of turns into a natural pink lemonade. So I got that to have on hand. I also ordered a pound of buttermilk powder. This is the one I got. And I got this to try to make some homemade ranch again. Preferably try to make some, maybe the buttermilk ranch and everything like that. People have also said they use it in all sorts of things. Some people use it on their biscuits and things like that. Not tried it yet. I can let you know on that too. But I did get that in this order. I got some baking powder that I needed to restock for all of our baking items. We got a 5-pound bag of the raw pecans. My husband eats these sometimes by the handful with some chocolate, or just throws them on, you know, his yogurt, or the kids just eat them by the handful also. Sometimes in the wintertime, we like to put some spices and some sweeteners with it and make some spiced nuts. So that's another reason why we keep them on hand. Although a 5-pound bag generally doesn't make it past sometimes a month to 2 months at that. So we order those very frequently. We also got coconut aminos on this order. I try really hard to limit the majority of our soy intake in our house. I know there's people who go back and forth with, is soy good for you, not good for you? We generally try to avoid soy in our house just because of the claims of, you know, perhaps messing with certain hormones and everything. So this is our alternative to the soy sauce that you would generally use for rice or whatever. Also in our house, we order the 9-pound bucket of peanut butter. Honestly, we were going through the 9-pound box or the tub about every single month, honestly. And then we've kind of slacked off a little bit. So a tub will last in our house roughly about 2 months now. During baking season, not so much. We will end up probably going through about a tub of that a month. I plan on also making my own like PB Perfect in the colder months. We'll make like peanut butter cookies and things like that with this. But for now, I'm going to try to make myself the PB Perfect bars. So I'm gonna try this peanut butter with it. We keep this peanut butter in the fridge. Once we open it, I haven't noticed it to get as oily as some of the other brands have and everything. But we keep it in the fridge. Once we open it, then we just take out what we need and use it as needed then. It will need a little time to come to room temperature if you're gonna be using it in other things. So just keep that in mind. Also, I got this stainless steel soup ladle. My husband was extremely excited over this. He actually does quite a bit of the cooking in our house. I do more of the baking. And so when he saw this on the order. He was excited because we, years ago, we lived in a tiny house actually, and we had to use a very large pot to boil hot water for like dishes and things like that. And that pot has just made its way through our journey in life here. And so it is a very deep pot, and most ladles are, you know, kind of shorter. They're made for smaller pots and everything. So he was excited for this one here because this should fit down into our pot very well. And I was excited because when I am trying my hand at canning and everything, this looks like it's gonna be pretty good for pouring into the jars without sloshing your food everywhere. So I'm excited about this just as much as he is. And then I got the dishwasher gel from them. I have not tried their gel yet in the dishwasher. I've tried all their other products. I've been pretty impressed by them. So I have high hopes for the dishwasher gel. We don't use the dishwasher a ton, but when we do, I wanted a cleaner alternative than most of the brands that I can find locally. I also got some Taza chocolate covered cashews. This is one of our favorite brands of chocolate because they do not have soy in them. So we generally love this, and actually throughout the year we will buy a case of their chocolate pucks that they offer, and so they contain no soy or anything like that. And so I wanted to try out the chocolate covered cashews this time, see if I like those and see if I want to put those on a future order. And then I also ordered a 10-pound box of organic raisins. This does come in like a plastic bag. And what I did last time, I ordered them a couple months back and I opened them up. It's a super sticky job, but I will take them out and divide them into 1-pound baggies and put them in the freezer. And that just helps them to stay fresh longer and everything. But our main use for them is chicken salad. We will have chicken salad as a quick lunch sometimes. And so we just take these, throw a handful in, and honestly, our kids, they really prefer to just eat frozen raisins because they're a good, quick little snack. So they will even go in, grab a bag of raisins, and just eat frozen raisins. So I got that on the order too. And then I liked their toilet bowl cleaner from last time. So I got the gallon jug of that to just pour into our other bottle that we already got last month. So I can keep this in the utility closet. I can take and pour it into the smaller one and use that around the house. And with 3 toilets, it's much easier than carrying this thing around to clean all the toilets. I also needed to restock on green beans. This is the one we get, and their peas that they have. Also, I like the fact that they are BPA-free cans, and so far, these green beans have been the ones that I have liked the most. We had gotten some from Walmart a couple years back, and they were disgusting. They tasted more like a French style green bean, and they were very stringy and gross and everything like that. And these green beans that I have found from Azure have been fantastic. We love them. We put them, we just sometimes just make a saucepan of them, put some bacon or bacon grease in there and cook it up to go with one of our meals, or we use both of these things in like vegetable soup or something like that. So that's why we keep those on hand. This month we ended up getting another 50-pound box of potatoes. For all of those who have ordered from Azure before, or you just ordered and you got your order in, all of their products, including everything I just showed you here, all of their products come on a refrigerated truck. So when you get your order, all of our potatoes, they are damp looking because they have been in the refrigerated truck. And I had mentioned in our first video, what I actually do is I will take them out of this box and I will lay them out on the counter and let them air dry for a little while. And then I will place all of them back in here. That's also, I also look for any damaged potatoes or anything like that. And then I place them all back in the box, and then this box goes downstairs into our storage area. and we have not really had much issue with them going bad. The sweet potatoes, we did have issue with their sweet potatoes going bad soon after delivery. The plain russet potatoes, we have not had much of an issue. And we eat them fairly quickly, you know, mashed potatoes or baked potatoes. We like to have baked potatoes sometimes and just throw some toppings on it. And generally one of these potatoes, some of our younger kids, one of these potatoes is so big that it will even feed, you know, some of our younger kids, it'll be 2 of them. So this 50 pound box can go, you know, pretty far depending on what you're having and stuff like that. So we have that. And then our last thing we have here is another one of the 50 pound bags of the chicken food. We got that last month on our order then, and we actually really enjoyed it for our chickens. They started laying a lot better than prior times when we had just got whatever from the local feed stores. And so we're hoping that with, you know, keeping that up, whatever, that they will lay a lot better. Because I don't know about most of you guys, but I'm sure most of you guys have gone to the store and you have seen, you know, some of the egg fiascos going on. We had gone to the store a couple different times looking for eggs recently because our chickens had kind of taken a hiatus, as most of them do in the wintertime, and we don't supplement with any kind of lighting in their coop. And so they kind of had slacked off a little bit. And so we went to the store looking for some eggs and couldn't find any. And so the other day we went to the store and found our eggs that we enjoyed the most besides our own chicken's eggs. And they said, you know, there's a limit of 2. And thankfully the worker there was like, hey, they saw all of our family and they said, hey, you can order or you can get what you have here in your cart and stuff. So we were really excited to be able to restock our eggs for the time being because it was the best trying to, you know, find the eggs that we wanted and everything. We really prefer our own eggs, and so we hope that keeping this up, whatever, will keep our hens laying. And we had intended to increase our flock a little bit more this year. And I had gone on to one of our hatchery websites that we enjoy ordering from, and they had said that 2025 orders were shut down now, that they have taken all the orders they can, and they will not be shipping any more orders for baby chicks this year. Were actually closed down for the year. So thankfully, a couple years back, right after COVID, we had purchased a group of chickens that are actually auto-sexing chickens. So we are hoping to hatch out their eggs this year and be able to replenish our flock. And hopefully not have to go through the whole egg fiasco again. So with that being said, again, this is our order for the month of February. Again, most of our things are different things than we got last month. Some are the same. Just depends on like what we're needing to restock for the month and everything. Some of our orders, of course, like I said, will be bigger. Some will be smaller. And I don't think I left many questions for the items listed this month and everything. But if anybody has any further questions or anything like that, please feel free to comment. And if you can, like and subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends. That helps to get our channel out there for other people to see. So until next time, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.